start with the elephant in the room, which is that for a year now, you've known the Yonder Boys by two faceless voices. Greg Veerman, Astronaut Studios, and Geoffrey Abraham, Self Brand Studios. And here we are. So future podcast.
John Hamm, eat your heart out, baby.
Exactly.
You're not the only good looking madman out there.
Teeing up real quickly, we're going to have next week, we're going to do our Super Bowl special that we do every year. Starting with last year, we had a great guest on who had done the Super Bowl spots the year before with Will Ferrell, No Way, Norway.
Did you know that Norway sells way more electric cars per capita than the US? Norway. Well, I won't stand for it. Come on.
This year, we've got Chuck Meehan, who was a partner of that guy, Michael Rasso. And
right.
Chuck is responsible for the Evil.
Dr. Evil.
Yes.
I'm sorry. Am I no longer Dr. Evil? I'm Dr. Good now? I didn't get the meme.
Climate change is arguably the #1 threat to the world now.
Dr. Evil, you are now the #2 threat to the world.
I refuse to be number 2.
I was going to say, I've never been one of these ad guys who gets really aroused this time of year to sit and soak up the Super Bowl ads. I mean, there's so many people in our business who get so excited for this time of year that, they're hoovering up the ads like weeks before the Super Bowl even run. But I admire and appreciate the work that you see. And a lot of great creativity goes into it. For our purposes, we're interested in that platform as being kind of the stage by which to introduce electric vehicles to a very, very mainstream audience. So that's interesting to us at Yonder Boys. And I can tell you, Chuck Meehan is a very interesting cat, very cool guy. A little mini rant here just to whet your appetite. The mini rant today is that, GM just this last week announced plans to spend almost $1 billion developing a new V8 engine platform.
But they are basically turning their back on EV for those vehicles, knowing that they still have some ice hungry customers out there. They want their vroom vroom.
Right. So there's just a little bit of, to me, contradiction, a little bit of talking out of both sides of your mouth. Here's a commitment to the EV platform, and no doubt about it, there's a lot of money going into it. But behind the curtain, we're also retooling a very, very large ICE vroom vroom. How do you reconcile that if you're GM? Well, I think, Geoffrey, that the answer may come in part 2 of our little mini rant, which is you reconcile it by just moving to the state of Wyoming, don't you?
Well, they're hedging their bets. GM's hedging their bets, and they're hedging their bets for states like Wyoming, who is now going to try to eradicate the sale of all EVs in their state because, God damn it, they got to drill, baby, drill. There's some oil in them dar hills, and they don't want to lose that.
Yeah.
So
they are on the teat, man. It's just like don't piss off Mama Bear, big oil.
Too bad for GM. The population of Wyoming's only about 12, but other than that, it's great. It's great.
Yeah, if you're a lawmaker in Wyoming, it's like, come on, man. I mean, that's how lazy can you get? Because I'm sure that bill isn't going anywhere, right? Even if it did, it just, I mean, come on, it's sort of like a statement about a commitment to staying in the Stone Age. We will not advance ever. Anyway, all right. So looking forward to that, Geoffrey.
You can cut that last part.